Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast, and we're doing NHL playoff previews here, and we're doing the other Western Conference matchup. We already did the Stars versus the Blues, so if you do want to check out that or the Eastern Conference playoff series, you can check those out in the playlist down below. But right now, we're going to do the Sharks and the Predators in this second-round matchup. The Predators coming back and defeating the Anaheim Ducks in a fantastic series, and you also have the San Jose Sharks who mowed through the Los Angeles Kings, who I picked to win that series. So Sharks fans, congratulations. You made me look like an idiot there. But we're going to jump into this matchup. I'll tell you why the Sharks can win. I'll tell you why the Preds can win. And the Sharks, it's really simple here. If Martin Jones played like he did in the first round, you guys are going to advance because you have Joe Thornton, you have Patrick Marleau, you have Brett Burns, and you have Joe Pavelski, and you have Logan Couture. These guys are fantastic veterans who have been in the playoffs before and can really, bring your team to that cup, to the cup, or to the precipice of the cup. And I think, the mix of Thornton and Marleau with the true veteran there, and then the young guns and, Pavelski and Marleau and Burns, this is a great mix where these guys are, they're younger, but they still have playoff presence here. They still have playoff experience. So I think that's going to be really beneficial here. And if you look at Martin Jones' first round against the Los Angeles Kings, it was fantastic. Martin Jones played great against his old team, and if he can continue that, that's a goal you want in the Stanley Cup Finals, in the Western Conference Finals, a goalie who can win you games. But then if you look at the Nashville Predators, if we're going to talk about goalies, you got to talk about Pekka Rinne. He wasn't fantastic against the Ducks. He didn't have a great series altogether, but he did show flashes. If you look at the Preds, they have Ryan Johansson, and they have other great players like Shea Weber. But the Predators do everything well, from their penalty kill to their power play to their even strength and even their goaltending. They do everything well. If you look at their grit and grind players like Colin Wilson, who could even step up and score, Mike Fisher, who can step up and score, and obviously Shea Weber in the defensive department, you can really have players who can step up and be, physical players. And then you also have, guys like James Neal, who kind of mix the both a scorer and a physical player. And then you guys have just the strict, silky smooth scorers here in Ryan Johansson and Philip Forsberg. So I think these guys can really be truly, key parts of a Stanley Cup team. But I don't think the Nashville Predators have enough. I didn't think they had enough going against the Ducks. I just think the Ducks kind of slipped up with, having Anderson in net before, or having Gibson in net before Anderson. I think that held them back there, and now Anderson was playing on his heels. I think that Martin Jones can really come up and be huge for the Sharks here, and I think the veteran presence of the Sharks is going to catapult them into the Western Conference Finals. And I picked the Blues in the other matchup. If you do want to go watch that, I picked the Blues now, so now it's going to be the Sharks and Blues in the Western Conference Finals. And these two teams really seem like they've been held back by the Los Angeles Kings and Chicago Blackhawks, teams that we thought were going to truly make it. So now I think this is the redemption year with the Kings out and the Blackhawks out, and I think the Sharks are going to win this in 6 games. Predator fans, I know you're going to be pissed off at me, but tell me why your team's going to win down below and in how many games. I just think the Sharks have just that veteran presence and that goaltending that's going to push them further. But if you do think the Predators are going to win, tell me down below in how many games and why. If you think the Sharks are going to win, tell me down below in how many games and why, because I love agreeing with people, and it's really easy just to agree with people than argue against them. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. I am Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Schwarbo. You can follow Most Valuable Pod on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod. You can also follow us on Snapchat at Most Valuable Pod. That's going to wrap this video up. Check out our other NHL playoff previews down below, and we will see you in the next video.